Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Done. We are taking a look at current art going on right now by current artists. I love current artists. As much as I love the old masters, I think it's important that we also taking a look at current artists, both to support the artists, that's nice, but also because the arts are a conversation, right? And now we're engaging in conversation. They're conversations about how we should see society, what's important to our society, what's important to the world. This is a really interesting one. It's by an artist named Alan Angelus, and it's called American and Mexican Coffee Shop. And it's a look at what it is really is an urban landscape, and it's an interesting look at a landscape painting which has transitioned. What we do landscape paintings and architectural paintings about are those things that we find important, obviously, right? And so you'll see Seurat do the Eiffel Tower, or you'll see those wonderful Baroque painters do the long landscapes of incredibly natural places. Hudson River Valley School will do these sort of landscapes that show the importance of the earth churning below us and overwhelming our lives. This, what he's saying here is this is an important landscape, this is an important place. And he's using kind of a Edward Hopper, Diebenkorn sort of feel to it as well. And it's an interesting sort of statement. I find it interesting that he's choosing this spot here, which seems unimportant, but the way he's chosen it, it seems like he's only getting kind of half of everything. But what he's doing really is he's focusing on the culture and the lives of these people who are usually overlooked. And so he's got this little coffee shop in the middle of nowhere. But of course, the people who are in this area, this is probably the most important place there is. And so I really like it for this. I like it also for the spariness and the emptiness of the day. He's taken a kind of haiku moment. And of course the haiku moment is the moment between moments, right? It's not that moment when everything's happening, it's the moment when the place is most like it normally is. Okay, so because he's doing a haiku thing, my challenge to you today is, why don't you try a haiku? And that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to do 5-7-5. That's the least important thing. What you're going to do is you're going to try to capture the moment, try to capture the feel of the place, describe it, right, generally pretty quickly. If you think of it as an American, we'd call it an images poem, right? And so we're going to try to capture that moment within moments. If I were going to write this haiku, I would write about this, right? And I find it fascinating. The dark on here, and it's one of these Los Angeles, early morning in Los Angeles, it looks to me. And you can tell that by the raking light. The stoplight is there, and the shadow for the stoplight is here. It's almost exactly parallel. And it's got this hot Los Angeles morning, and I'd probably write about the way the wind is blowing up against this, because if it's hot and it's morning, it's probably a Santa Ana wind. And this tree that's so close to the building is probably scraping up against these windows. And that captures so much, right? But what you're going to write about is whatever you want to write about, right? It's also, we can tell it's early morning because there's nobody in the street, right? Okay, so when you're done with that, if you want to do a haiku, do a haiku. If you want to do something else, that's fine too. Post down below and we'll talk about it. And Tom Thomas, you have to do this one. You're the haiku master.